Welcome to Business Book Daily, where we pull one useful idea from one business book and turn it into something you can actually use. Today's book is Sprint by Knapp, John Zeratsky, and Braden Kowitz. Knapp, Zeratsky, and Kowitz are designers, authors, and former Google Ventures partners known for creating a practical process for solving hard business problems quickly. Before we get into the book, today's episode is sponsored by CommissionOnly.com. Want to sell more without adding fixed sales salaries? Many companies hire commission-only reps, experienced sellers who get paid only when they produce. Post your opportunity on CommissionOnly.com and get in front of motivated reps who are already looking for performance-based roles. That's CommissionOnly.com. Now back to Sprint. The big idea is simple. Teams don't need months of meetings to test an important idea. They need a focused process that gets them from debate to customer evidence fast. A sprint is a 5-day method for solving a big problem. The team chooses a challenge, maps the customer journey, sketches ideas, decides what to prototype, builds a realistic version, and tests it with real customers. That matters because many teams spend too much time arguing with incomplete information. They discuss, revise, delay, and build too much before they know whether customers understand or want the idea. Sprint offers a better path. Instead of guessing for months, the team creates a realistic version of the idea in 1 week and puts it in front of customers. A sprint doesn't guarantee success, but it helps teams learn faster, spend less, and avoid building the wrong thing. The first concept is starting with one important problem. A sprint works best when the team chooses a challenge that truly matters. This might be a new product idea, a confusing customer experience, a stalled sales process, or a risky feature decision. The point is focus. A sprint is not for fixing every issue in the company. It's for taking one meaningful problem and giving it the attention it deserves. The second concept is mapping the customer journey. Before the team builds anything, they map how the customer moves through the problem. What happens first? Where does the customer get stuck? What decision are they trying to make? Where does the experience break down? A clear map turns a vague problem into something the team can see. It also helps everyone stop talking past each other, which is a beautiful thing when a conference room has started to feel like a group project with snacks. The third concept is deciding before you build. Many teams get stuck because everyone has an opinion and no one wants to choose. The sprint process forces decisions early. The team sketches ideas, compares options, and picks a direction before anyone spends weeks building. That keeps the work focused. It also prevents the loudest voice from controlling the plan just because they can talk the longest without blinking. The fourth concept is prototyping only what you need to test. A prototype does not have to be fully functional. It only has to feel real enough for customers to respond honestly. That could mean a mock app screen, landing page, sales deck, product demo, service walkthrough, or fake but realistic version of a new process. The goal is not polish. The goal is learning. The fifth concept is testing with real customers. The sprint ends with customer interviews. The team watches how people react, where they get confused, what excites them, and what they ignore. This is where internal opinions meet reality. Compliments are nice, but behavior matters more. Do customers understand the idea? Do they know what to do next? Do they care enough to keep going? That evidence gives the team a smarter next move before serious time and money get spent. So how do you apply this? Start by choosing one decision that has been stuck too long. Pick something important, uncertain, and expensive to get wrong. This could be a new offer, product feature, onboarding process, service package, or customer experience change. Next, gather a small team with different points of view. Include people who understand the customer, the product, the business model, and the limits of what can realistically be built. Then create a simple version of the idea that customers can react to. Don't build the full thing. Build only enough to test the main question. Finally, put the prototype in front of real customers and watch what happens. Look for behavior, not compliments. If people understand it, want it, and know what to do next, you have a stronger signal. If they hesitate or get confused, you just save the company from building blind. Here are 3 insights worth sharing. First, the fastest way to settle a business debate is not another meeting. It's a realistic test with real customers. Second, a prototype is not a mini product. It's a learning tool built to answer one important question. Third, smart teams don't build first and hope later. They test the riskiest assumption before the real money gets spent. Sprint is worth reading if you need a practical process for testing new products, features, offers, or customer experiences. It's also useful if your team needs to make faster decisions without relying on endless meetings or vague opinions. You might skip it if you want broad design theory instead of a hands-on process for testing ideas quickly. Today's closing sponsor is memoirghostwriting.com. Many of the best business books begin as ideas leaders have been refining for years, frameworks, philosophies, and lessons learned the hard way. Writing the book forces those ideas into clear form, and once they're on the page, they can travel far beyond a single conversation or presentation. At memoirghostwriting.com, we write memoirs and business books for entrepreneurs, founders, executives, and industry experts. We handle the interviews, structure, writing, editing, design, and publishing, so the final product is polished, professional, and built around your voice. If you've ever thought about what a business book could do for your authority, speaking, consulting, lead generation, or legacy, visit memoirghostwriting.com. That's it for today's Business Book Daily. One book, one useful idea, and one smarter way to build.